Hello. Hello, everyone. Morning, thank you. Even though I've already been awake a while. Sad to hear that, YouTube. At least it was Welt, I guess. Hello. I don't have any thoughts on Remiel. I don't play ZZZ. I don't care about the Tsaritsa because I don't play Genshin. I don't know when Emblade is going to rerun. I'd assume probably 4.6 or 4.7. I don't care. I'm tired of talking about the beta characters. People are just stupid. Let them be stupid. I could care less. I just told you I don't play ZZZ and I don't care about Remiel. Um, there we go. Yeah, the one I'm looking forward to is Sunbringer. I didn't like Remiel that much to begin with. What are your thoughts on Gabi Maru? He seems to be climbing in the meta. Tier 3. He's too lazy, so he sucks. No, I don't watch gacha streams. I'm just waiting for the food I ordered to get here. I don't care about the new Genshin characters. Oh my god. But I'm happy if you guys like them, I guess. They look good. I can't care, bro. There's no point. I don't play Genshin. I don't care about anything Genshin does. Missing out on nothing. I mean, I'm confident they probably have a few designs in there that I like, but I mean, I just don't care, you know? I'm never gonna play Genshin ever again. I legit can't. It's impossible for me. The game just feels too bad. And then the pull count is also abysmal. Two combinations that make me not want to play at all. I'm waiting for Evan and Robin. I'm in the same boat. I'm just waiting for their drip markets to get a feel for their designs at this point. I already clocked out of this beta after V4 because at that point I'd already hit my limit with like being able to see the community shit going on and the Doom posting. None of you even know how to use the word baseline anymore. Every single HSR slander is just spamming buzzwords. Though I guess that isn't anything new. That's basically been the last 2 years. The DPS baseline increased from 5.x to 6.x. The DPS baseline for the strongest sustained team a year ago and currently is within 10% in HSR. The only thing that goes over are sustainless teams. Also, you're not using baseline correctly. Again, that's just not how you use baseline. The way some people think sustainless is a norm. I mean, the reason sustainless DPAV has increased so much this version isn't even because of like new character power creep. It's just because of E4 Welt and his Nova Flare. That's why you see the sustainless team so much higher than the older ones. But when you actually look at the sustain comps, like even the newest, strongest sustain team with like Himiko with E2 Welt is like, I think 32, 33 million damage in 300 AV, while Mono Rem Cassie is at 30 million. So it's legit like 10% so far. It'll be more in the future, yeah, but I mean, HSR's pull count is significantly higher, and then including its free 5 stars, it's not even close. We talk about 4.x once it's over. Let's discuss 2.x and 3.x. Let's discuss the fact that your game has like a 30% lower pull count with nearly no free limited 5 stars. You can't only single out one bad part of a game and then completely ignore the fact that the pull income and character income in Genshin is probably half of that of HSR's in terms of limited characters. It takes a Genshin player 3 patches to completely reliably guarantee a limited character. You were slandering the Vietnamese sheet. Brother, do you think the Vietnamese sheet is the only one who's done calcs for Himiko's team? I got my shit off of someone on the CN website through a Reddit post. They did tests on E2 S1 Himiko, E0 S1 Himiko, and like all her Eidolons with a non-E4 Welt team. Because the CN people are trying to fool the HSR devs into buffing Himiko because it's like, oh, Casterus is still close. So trash for a main push. Summer, I promise you, you will be timed out if you consider that if you keep doing this rage bait shit. I'm tired of warning you. I swear to God. Like, I've genuinely hit my limit. Himiko is still the number one strongest DPS with the lowest cost clears across almost everything. She has one flaw in low targets, and that's because she has no limited teammates right now. Nothing also rage baits. Yeah, but obviously if they keep doing it, like I don't like you. Are you guys stupid? No offense. Like, are you genuinely dumb? Like, obviously, if he continues to do it and be disingenuous, I'd say the same thing. I don't need to constantly say the same thing to everybody at the same time. Like, I'm not some fucking teacher over here. You should just know to not be an annoying dipshit every single time. Instead of trying to provoke me every time I stream. Like, come on. Just be better. Elation isn't getting two teammates. They're getting Pearl and that's it. Nihilux is probably her own DPS. Why only me? It's not only you. I timed out Tactician and a ton of people the other day. Just fucking drop it, man. Stop trying to test me. The more you test me, the more inclined I will be to just ban you. I'm trying, man. I got a timeout. I timed out like 4 people the other day. Because they were all just constantly trying to do this rage bait instigate shit. It's annoying. Like it serves zero purpose. No, I didn't see the Silver Palace trailer yet. I mean, Gilgamesh is fine as well. Like, all this beta Duma posting, it's so stupid, man. People are judging Saber's team versus an Archer team with Nova Sparkle while they're using shit like fucking Robin and M-Blade. M-Blade is completely unsynergistic with this team at this point. His vertical investment and his buffs are incredibly strong, so he's the best in slot currently. But now that Gilgamesh's interest stacks got changed and the joint attack and the way it works got changed, M-Blade doesn't synergize with the team at all. He's just there as a buff bot. I'm curious which I don't know, man. I was streaming HSR or something. I don't remember the specific stream. Like, just drop it. Holy fuck. Maybe Sunday Nova will be a Saber support. Sunday Nova will be more targeted towards Himiko, but indirectly, yes. That's likely what will happen. Because the thing missing in the teams is energy regen and action advance, which he can easily supply. so long as they change his buffing to AoE. He just needs to be a Sparkle, but for energy regen. That's literally it. That's all he needs to be. Sparkle, but for energy regen. Did people get as upset with Saber's beta as Gilgamesh? No, because you had content creators on YouTube pushing agendas that Phanon was worse than Saber. So everybody was glazing Saber for being better than the main push. It was a complete falsehood, but like it was just propaganda that was pushed. 99% of people who participate in meta discussions and whether or not a character is doomed or not during beta is usually the most casual players who have zero clue what they're talking about. So they're easily swayed by like any CC who gets a good amount enough of views saying anything. That's just how this shit is. Like Yao Guang Doom posting was probably some of the dumbest shit, if not the dumbest shit I've ever had to experience in my life as a content creator who covers meta. And all of it originated from people believing that Kaz person on Twitter and her agenda posting that Yao Guang was useless and dog shit for all Elation characters. Like that's literally all it takes to get like 90% of these casual Doom posters to lose their minds. Well, people Doom posted Ashvale for the same reason people Doom post literally every new character these days. Whether it be Yao Guang, the Saber Gilga team, Himiko, everybody is completely basing the strength of a team, even if it isn't complete yet, on that one single character during beta. So, if you look at things in a vacuum, oh, it's just Ashvale. He's gotten none of his dedicated Fua teammates yet. This guy's completely mid and dog shit after the V3 and V4. He gets M-Blade, and now all people do is glaze about how good he is, and then repeat the same mistakes they did with dooming Ashvale when it comes to Saber and Gilga and Himiko, right? It's a never-ending, like, thing with these people. It's like, for some reason, the thing that people struggle the most with when it comes to, like, predicting character value, people have zero foresight. And it's absolute, like, they literally cannot like see a single pattern at all. And when they do see a pattern, it's like the most useless pattern ever. No, I don't care about the Wua live stream. I don't play this game for the story or any of that. I just want to get Jingron. Oh, I'll be right back in 3 to 4 minutes. You remember the Sparksy Doomer you muted? No. I don't have a good memory. I forget about a lot of people. Oh yeah. I mean, like, bro, if people want to believe that Sunday Nova is going to do nothing for Saber Gilga, I I need to maintain the same energy I did after I learned my lesson with Yao Guang Beta. You just gotta, like, let people believe what they want to believe, you know? But I will get rage baited if I see that dumb shit in my chat. So, yeah. Sorry about that. I mean, Gilga has a 5 cost 0 cycle against AA King. And it's not even Ash Emblade Wheelchair. It's just Emblade, no Ash. Now you can already guess who's on that team. But that's one of the best low cost clears against the AA King in the entirety of the game. It's because of his high ass multi. Gil got buff. I think it's more accurate to say that Saber got buffed, but the change was in Gilgamesh's kit. Because technically this literally does nothing for the non-Saber Gilga players. I'm going through this Kaz person's ex and they hated Yao Guang? Yeah. That's my point. Just a bunch of agenda posting. These guys on Reddit are crazy. Here's the issue. You want to know the real issue? The reason why they're like this is because they got a taste of V1. The unintended strength of Saber Gilga's V1. They got a taste for it. And now, no matter how good Gilga is, they will not be happy unless they go back to nearing their dominance that they had in V1. That's just how it is for mains. Because I keep saying this over and over again. People are like, oh, Archer is the game's favorite child. Because Archer is stronger than Saber Gilga currently. But it's like, you are comparing Archer with not just Rin, but also Nova Sparkle. To Saber plus Gilga, their third slot, they don't have a single third slot that comes to being as close, as synergistic as Nova Sparkle is with Archer. Maybe in like V1, Emblade you could argue was like highly synergistic. With the current point of Gilga's kit, not anymore. Like, Emblade is just there for buffing and using his ult decently fast. But like even Tribby can do that, you know? It's just that Tribby's buffs are worse. Well, Sparksy is just kinda in a Saridra situation. If you have Phanon, it's better to get the guy's E2S1 before it is getting any of his teammates, right? Because Saridra, even though she's best in slot for him, she's not this like undisputable best in slot as, let's say, Hyacine with Cassie, you know? It's the same thing here. Like, yeah, she may be best in slot, but there's multiple investments you can make on the team before Sparksy actually becomes that next best investment. Like E2S1 Silver Wolf and Yao Guang and Yao Guang E1. Silver Wolf's E2 is useless without Sparksy? No. It's still good. Even if her E2 only gives her one extra turn instead of two, it's still like a 60 or 70% buff overall, which is more than Sparksy. Yeah, there's also some people with E2 Silverwolf who will purposely delay using their ult instantly so they can stack a little bit more MMR to make sure they always hit 240 after the 3 turns. Sunday Nova wouldn't do much. No, Sunday Nova would be an upgrade. You guys you guys need to understand. It does not take that much for the Saber X Gilga comp to be on the same level as Archers. Like Sunday Nova, even if he's only, let's say, like 20% better than Emblade on the Saber X Gilga team, that would be on par, if not stronger, than the Archer Rin comp in sustain. So he's going to get his buffs massively buffed, like Sparkles, but his buffs are going to fall short in comparison to Emblade, because that's just how Emblade is. But then he's going to get his E1 reworked, and his E1 is way more synergistic and powerful with the Saber Gilga team. He has energy regen, and he has action advance, unlike Emblade. So he can make up for it through his own gimmicks in his kit to be better than Emblade, and enough to make them on par, if not stronger, than Archer. Like, Archer isn't this untouchable team in the game. The guy is actually, like, pretty close to Saber Gilga. Now, it is mostly because Saber Gilga synergizes with Woho way better than Archer does with any sustains. But, like, I mean, that's just his fault. How's Rin's damage in an archer team? Pretty ass. I mean, it's something. But the thing is, the normal way you play Rin with archer is you basic attack. You basic attack until her stacks are nearly full, because technically you don't actually lose all that much damage, since she keeps saving up the stacks over time anyways. And then once you're at the max of her caps, then you use her skill. So the majority of her turns, you're not even supposed to use her skill, so you can basic attack for skill points on archer. Play her like Cypher? Exactly. Exactly like that. You'll notice it in a majority of her good runs. They just basic attack with her 90% of the time. Because you can just keep stacking it until it's near max. So that's why her damage contribution isn't the highest. Best team for Rin if Rin's a main DPS? Well, I think Saridra is like the #1 option. Because the entire point of Rin main DPS teams is it takes fucking forever to max stack her bounce damage. So obviously you don't only want to take advantage of it once, you want it to trigger twice, which is what's possible with Saridra. So it's like Saridra, and then to be honest, any other like strong ampers / action advancers would work. You could use Sparkle, you can use RMC, stuff like that. Yeah, like Rin plays the same in main DPS as she does sub DPS. You just want to wait till near max stacks, and then when Saridra has the double skill ready, you just use the skill. Sup, Gabby? Hello. Like, it's pretty strong. I saw some video of her going against the AA King. I think it was like, I think it was E2 Sparkle, E2 Rin, E2 S1 obviously, and E1 Saridra with RMC. And that got, like, I mean, bro, like 2 shots and the boss was basically dead. It was crazy. She has such insane screenshot damage. It's super satisfying. Sorry if I keep pausing, but like my food just came and I'm eating a burger. Oh. Does her E1 change her DPS contribution with the Shadow Gem stuff and an Archer team? I mean, yeah, it's technically a contribution no matter what. But, I mean, the main advantage of getting E1 when you're sub DPSing for Archer teams isn't really the personal damage increase, but the fact that it puts you closer to her E2. Because the E2 is a 30% buff for the entire team, since it's an original damage increase. Her E2 is really not worth it for Archer comp? No. Her E2 is good for Archer comp. It's like one of Archer's best investments in his entire team. Run E0 to E6 jump for archers 20%. That just isn't true.
Oh.
Whose Z2 is best for archer teams, Rin or Sparkles? If you are stacking a lot of defense shred on his team, it would probably be Sparkles. But if you aren't, it would be Rin Z2 by default. Check camaraderie archer Rin cheats. I don't need to check it to know that it's bullshit, man. You don't like. Do you not understand what a 30% original damage increase is for skills? It means every single archer arrow straight up does 30% more damage. And every skill from Rin does 30% more damage overall. It's not damage bonus. It's an overall damage increase. Well, personally, if people were going for an E2 on Archer's team, even if it's slightly weaker, I just get Sparkles. Because Sparkle herself is way more valuable than Rin. But that's up to people, whether or not they want to do that.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what the sheet says. What is it with you and like blindly trusting every sheet you see? Like, you can just use your own common sense sometimes.
Oh.
You gonna watch the Woo stream? Nah, I don't care about Yang Yang. People really trust them spreadsheets. I mean, even if people were blindly trusting the spreadsheets, it's absolutely impossible for Rin E0 to E6 to be a 20% difference. Not even. Like, that's literally impossible. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. For archer teams, it just doesn't matter. Like, Summer, a 30% original damage increased for skill damage, which is almost all of what Archer's damage output is, will increase the total team's damage output for every arrow and for every Rin skill by 30%. The only damage that isn't getting buffed is his ult and the joint attack with Rin. So it might not be a 30%, but it'd still be like a 20% buff plus on the team. Like, just use your common sense. Like, if Camaraderie has Robin E1 as a 5% increase, are you gonna, like, instantly believe that and completely ignore the obvious? You know? Like, there's something wrong with the spreadsheet. my fucking god, man. Holy fuck. Do you see the enemy HP inflation buffs for endgame modes? Yeah, I did. It was really minor, but yeah, I saw it. Just like minor increases. They're getting ready for Avin SP. And Robin upgrading the Mono Rem team. Delicious. I've seen a free to play account full clear AA. I mean, yeah, if you've been playing long enough, it isn't hard. Even my Anoxa account, if I hadn't gone for something like E6 Anoxa, I would have already had 3 teams in cleared AA. But instead, I'll have to wait until Himiko drops to be able to full clear AA. What are you eating? I already finished. I was eating a burger. I ordered chicken today, but I took one bite of the chicken sandwich and instantly knew that shit was undercooked. So I then got a refund, threw that shit in the trash, and I had to reorder my food. So I got a burger instead from a different place. I didn't see that Avin SP team being nothing short than broken. That Avin SP team, I guarantee you, will be weaker than every main push team in this version. There's a reason why it's the first team to get completed. They're going to use that as the baseline for all the other teams being a bit stronger. At least they refunded you. Even I was surprised. Like, usually when I try to get refunds these days on the delivery apps, they added like this new AI version of it, and like it'll completely just ignore everything you're saying and showing, and then it sometimes gets stuck in the chat loading thing for like 10-20 minutes. It was so fucked, but at least this time I didn't get hit with that. Avon can't be shit. I'm not saying Avon is going to be shit. I'm just saying that this team is going to be weaker than all the main pushes. Like, not being the strongest team in the game has no correlation with being shit. Isn't Evernight stronger than Cass despite not being a main push? Can you tell me what team Evernight was made with in mind exactly? What gave her the payola to have a kit so strong that she can even do that? Sure, you might be a non-main push and stronger than the main push, but you were originally intended to be on the main push team to begin with. It's literally the same thing as Anoxa and Herda. I use low cost teams and Evernight does better for endgames for me. I mean, yeah, Evernight with optimal investment is better than Cassie unless you're at like whale levels of investment. I've been saying this for a while now. The Cassie main cope is embarrassing. Now, it doesn't mean Cassie is bad. I mean, Cassie still clears perfectly fine. But it's just a fact that Evernight is the stronger one. And then if she gets Robin too, then yeah. What do you even do? But then Cassie gets Nova Flared mid version 5 and takes her spot back, so. E2 Siren is so nice for Anoxa. I don't care about it. It's overrated. People only think it's good because the vertical investment options in an Anoxa team is literally E1 Ceredra or die. It's literally all he has. Is Gil worth picking up for Ashblade? I mean, isn't Gil free? What is there to pick up exactly? I could get E1 Archer. I mean, you can if you want. A lot of Gilga's synergy with the Fua team got butchered with the V4 changes. Because the Fua team was the only team that could give him a lot of action advance. In the Saber team, it didn't matter that much. But in the Fua team, it mattered a lot. I saw countless showcases of him getting a ton of action advances with the Fua comp. Gil is worse than a sustain in the Fua team? Oh my god, man. Like, are you just... Oh my god. He's calcing 0.39% worse than Ling Shaw. Can you please enlighten me where you're getting these calcs from? Surely it isn't from the Vietnamese sheet. You want archers better than 3 standard pulls? That only gives you... I mean, I don't care, man. It's better to wait for Sunday Nova. Yeah. I mean, Sunday Nova is going to be best in slot for the Saber team no matter what, basically. What I'm more curious about is whether or not Sunday Nova could, like, make Gil main DPS without Asheville on the team better. I could see that maybe being a thing. Tactician, if you keep encouraging him, I'm gonna have to start... Like, just stop this entire shit. Just stop. Holy fuck. Stop. Like, what do you guys want me to... I swear, I'm trying, man. Stop. I don't want to ban you. I'm getting to the point where I am just absolutely at my peak of putting up with you guys. This isn't funny. You guys have been doing this shit every stream. Days, weeks, months on end. It's not fun. I don't find this shit humorous. I don't let out even the smallest grin. Ban Yelan and nothing. They aren't even saying anything right now. I warned nothing and the guy instantly stopped. Yelan isn't even in this chat right now, I think. I warned you guys fucking 5 times and you don't stop. Fuck off. Like, it's just so annoying, man. It's so frustrating. I make videos about meta. I get the most insufferable comments ever from people overly doom posting characters. I try to give people streams that are hopefully a little more chill and I can be more lax in. And somehow the streams become even more brain dead and more frustrating than the videos. Holy fuck. What's the polling plan for the Woo account? I just want to get Jingron with sequences. Yeah, but there's a limit to being smooth brained, especially after I have to explain like 10 times in a row to like have your own ability to have some type of original thought. What is the point in coming in here and getting literally all your opinions downloaded from a Vietnamese calc sheet, Reddit mains, Kaz on Twitter? These people, you can't form a single thought on your own of what this might do or what this might change, right? Like, come on. Like, I'm not here to argue about other TCs and their own whatever the fuck baseline things that they have, because every single TC has different relic things and stuff they use for their own DPAV and for why percentages matter more on Eidolon jumps. I mean, it's like it's fine to have conversation and ask questions, but there's no point in asking questions if you won't listen to me when I answer them. Like, it is just rage bait. Like, you ask a question, this and that. I explain why that's the way it is or why it's wrong or why this is going to happen. And then you keep insisting on repeating the same thing 5 times over and over and over again on every new stream. And I have to keep repeating myself and you keep still saying the exact same thing. Like, what am I supposed to do at that point? It's like if someone called Yao Guang useless. I explain to them why Yao Guang is actually good for elation teams. Then they're like, oh, okay, I understand it. And then they continue asking if Yao Guang is useless every single day on every stream I make. You know? The chat is fun with him. We don't need an echo chamber. Oh my fucking god, man. Like, please do not test me, bro. Please. If this shit was an echo chamber, I would have banned Tactician over half a year ago from my chat. That's not the reason why the guy got timed out. There's a difference between fun and frustration. Exactly. People can make jokes here and then. Or like be playful around with me. But like if I warn you multiple streams in a row, multiple times per stream, and I'm answering every question you have, and you keep pushing me and pushing me, what the fuck do you expect the outcome to be? You know? Like, I'm left with no other choice. You're making streaming way too frustrating for me. I need to have your patience. I just don't like banning people who watch me, you know? Like, I feel bad about that. Like, they're watching my videos. They've come to the streams to talk about some stuff. So I tend to be more lenient towards them than most other creators. Like, for example, if Summer said one of his messages in, like, Gotcha Smack's chat, the guy's getting insta-banned. Gotcha Smack is the guy I've seen that has, like, zero tolerance for people he deems idiotic. You know? Like, I'm trying my hardest here. But I don't want people to take advantage of that either, right? Like, if I'm too nice, then people just keep taking advantage of me and thinking they can keep typing whatever bullshit in the chat to get me mad. Understandable more. I mean, if you want to make up for the HP inflation, just pull Yang Yang. The solution to all problems. Pull the new character. I think we should... Summer isn't banned. I timed him out for 10 minutes. Do you guys think I banned him or something? A ban is probably like the next thing I do after that if he continues the bullshit. I thought you banned him? No. I want Sweet Sweet to complete the Hiyuki team. Is it even worth getting her? I mean, if you want to. Hello, Kiwi. Can you read my message on the community post? What community post? Gabby will never ban someone anyway? No, I've banned a few people before. It's just incredibly rare. They either have to say some of the most wild shit in chat, or they completely get me to my brink, and I just give up. You should make me a mod so I can ban people? Nah, I don't really want you to waste your time on stuff like that, Kiwi. Unless, like, that's something you genuinely want, but, like, I think I'm fine. Like, I know my own limits. I'll ban or time people out if they piss me off enough. I should be the mod in your dreams, buddy. Ooh, a stream in 8 minutes? I don't care. I don't care about this game's story. I don't care about Yang Yang. We're all just waiting for Jingron in 3.6. I gotta be honest, your chat ain't that bad. No, I know generally my chat is completely fine. It's almost always just a couple people who are trying to rage bait me specifically. But because I try my hardest to not ban them and be lenient, I'm rage baiting myself by not timing and banning people more often because I'm trying to be more lenient. So it's like a dual rage bait at twice at once. One's self-inflicted, the other is inflicted by people in my chat trolling. Holy. King Zhao is the most peak character design across all gachas. She does have a good design. You need to start LARPing and playing ZZZ. I'd have to drop Wuwa though. There's no way I go back to playing 3 gachas again. I just drop Wuwa if I play ZZZ. Which, like, I just don't want to do because of Jingron. it for fun? You think I find these gachas fun? I find them stressful and annoying. I only like them because of when I finally get the characters. The build up to getting the characters is becoming more and more annoying to me the older I get. No, yeah, exactly, Kiwi. I never want to go back to playing three at the same time ever again. Start Genshin again? I'd rather jump off a bridge into a trampoline that saves me. True, Kiwi, true. That is the best way to enjoy them. Why don't you play Genshin? Because Wua made Genshin feel like complete dog shit to me. And I don't even say this as like a tribalist thing, it's just the truth. I think it's still it probably still is my most popular video in the history of my channel. And also one of my first, ironically. It's just that making Wua versus Genshin videos always get the easy views. Also, Solus, there's that like new game that's upcoming that I saw a trailer for that we were talking about yesterday that I might want to play on mobile. Is that what the game's called, Leon? To be honest, I don't even remember the name. Might be. There's no way they give Rin Lycone the 200 event. You think they're putting Rin's Lycone in there? It's definitely Gilga's. Wua live stream starting right now. We good. Respectfully. Oh, for sure, Kiwi. That's definitely one of the most annoying things. It's like you want Silverwolf, but Elation is highly reliant on specific supports. So now you need to get Yao Guang, and then your Silverwolf performance might not feel the greatest, especially for a more casual player. So now you're thinking of getting Silverwolf's early Eidolons, or waiting for Pearl in the future. And it's just constantly pulling to reinforce a character you like and make them last as long as possible. And then if you want to move on to a new team, it's the same thing. Might not be as bad as Elation, but they all have their best in slots that are way better than any other option. It's only ever the first year of when a gacha game releases where the meta looks quote unquote generalist and not that niche. Because they literally, like, they need to start filling out the basis for supports and DPSs. So they make like one generalist that just works with everything for a year. Well, can you run with E0S1 Gilga if you have no Saber and no Ashblade? From what I've seen, if you want to run a main DPS for good clears, you do kind of want at least M-Blade, even if you don't have Ashvale. I've actually seen like quite decent Gilgamesh clears without Ashvale, but they all use M-Blade. Like earlier, I was watching a 5 cause 0 cycle against the upcoming King boss with Gilga main DPS with no Ashvale. It was like E1 Gilga and E2 M-Blade, and then it was RMC and E4 Welt. Bro, he did one ult and it did 24 million. Oh my fucking god. An E1S0 Gilga with E2 M-Blade. I do think there's a shield buff, though, that makes that a lot stronger, but it's still pretty impressive. I have Cassie E2 S1 Hyacine S1 Evernight and Cyrene. Do I need more investment or should I move on? Just depends on you, man. Depends on what you want. If you want to keep making them stronger, you can. But do you need to? Not really. Cassie S1 gets wasted when you get E2. I just realized the AA at least. Oh, yeah. I've already talked about this on stream a lot. There's a lot of scenarios where when you get Cassie E2, like her action is basically right next to when she gets her ultimate again. So it barely makes a difference. I think after I get Silverwolf's whole team, I'm gonna leave HSR for a bit. Understandable. It's good to take breaks from these gacha games if you feel like you're getting burnt out. I do it all the time with Wuwa. To be honest, I was really slow with HSR for a couple months there as well because of Yao Guang beta. ZZZ has a LARPer problem? That sounds like every gacha. For HSR, most of the LARP comes to power creep discussions. For WUA, they just get like LARPers who don't play the game because they're usually Genshin players, and then Genshin players get mad. There's Genshin LARPers, people who don't play Genshin anymore but talk about how shit and lazy they are. ZZZ LARPers talk about how they miss the grounded urban fantasy from season 1. Annie next patch, so that's what ramps it up. Wait, ZZZ's Annie next patch? Oh, I didn't know that. Damn. That means I've been on and off with ZZZ for like a year straight already. Of like trying to play it, but I can't. I'll come back to ZZZ depending on how good Sunbringer is and if they make an Ellen SP. You know, then I'll really start considering it. Just come back to ZZZ, little bro. Like, trust me, I wish I fucked with ZZZ like how I fuck with HSR. I genuinely wish. You can just LARP it? Nah. Once again, I don't want to play 3 gotchas at once. It's so unhealthy. And I get hit with burnout so quickly. That's why I don't want to do it. 3 gotchas at once is just terrorism upon myself. Because I've already tried it countless times, and every single time it's gone terribly. You already LARP every gacha? What do I even LARP? Ramiel is calling you? I'm gonna be honest. I have no hate towards Ramiel. And she had pretty attractive animations. But, like, I just don't fuck with Ramiel like that. She would not at all be the reason why I play it. The way you are riding the bike is LARP behavior. I see, I see. I understand. Drop one of your HSR accounts and you'll be good. It's not just like it's not a time thing. The problem with playing multiple gachas is understanding all the systems in every last one of them and like knowing how to play the game optimally, what good vertical investment looks like. Like I'm too over competitive. I can't play shit casually. It's just who I am. So I end up taking these games seriously and then I get hit with burnout because I'm trying to take 3 games seriously and understand like everything in all of them. You can give me the Anoxa account. uh, I've been building that shit brick by brick for a year straight. Chill. I need to at least see it through for me to get Himigo. So I can finally finish the 3 teams on that godforsaken account. Just come back to ZZZ and drop Wuwa. Brother, ZZZ doesn't have a single character design that I care more about in comparison to Jingron and Suo Ming. What do you want me to do? That account really did come out well, though. I mean, it was, like, to be honest, it was mainly luck, both in polls, and, like, okay, it's kind of funny looking back on it. I only used Archer as my second main team because he was cheap, and I thought he'd age absolutely fucking terribly, and then he just ended up being as good as he is these days. So in the end, it kind of won. Rin saved the day yet again. And soon Archer is going to be E2 on that account as well because that account doesn't care about Gilga. I mean, do you actually want to play on it, Solus, or... You should give someone your Wuwa account. There isn't a single soul in my chat. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that because now someone's going to say, yeah, I would. Ignore what I just said. Sure? Alright. Getting tired of FFAC? Understandable. I'll focus on the Firefly account then more. What causes you to fold? I don't fold. Everything I do is pre-planned. I thought Gilga was gonna be something. Gilga slander. And Saber teams of all things. He's okay. He's fine. I swear. I play... No, no, it's okay. I don't like having account managers. Still gonna try out Gilga. I mean, I imagine. I'm just gonna go for E1 Gilga when he drops. So it's E2 S1 Saber with E1 Gilga with M Blade with Woho. And then after the Sunday Nova, I'll just kick out M Blade for Sunday. And then I'll put M Blade on the Acheron team. Since Acheron's supposed to get her buff around that time. Like 4.6. Do a hologram? Okay. Alright, there we go. Isn't Gabby an AI? No. Can't believe there was a E2 Cyrene versus Himiko debate for free-to-play accounts. Like, why are people... Oh my god. There's no way people genuinely consider E2 Cyrene this much. Is that just like a norm? Remove the G and B in Gabby, and that leaves us with AI. Bruh. Scholar's good on Gilga? Yeah, I know. I've already been farming Scholar on the Firefly account. I'm already calculating it in my head. Saber's E2 gives her 15% defense shred. If Sunday's E1 becomes team wide, that's another 40%. And then with M-Blade, that's another 30%. Quite a good amount of defense shred. About E2 Cyrene as a free-to-play, what are you trying to say? Great investment. Keep it up. Guys, I'm not an AI. You get like, would an AI complain about AI increasing prices? Think about that. Like, why is a Steam machine that is weaker than a 6-year-old PS5 costing 1,500 Canadian with a 500 disk space, 500 gig, and no controller? An AI would agree with us just to not be removed. Like, how can you guys not tell that I'm the authentic piece? Is my voice not, like, dead enough or something? Am I supposed to pull out the E-boy voice that I hear in Valorant sometimes when they're queued with their E-date? What do I do anymore? Why was that even made? Well, the main appeal of the Steam machine over consoles, despite how egregiously more costly it is if you are someone who plays a shit ton of games, having access to Steam and Steam sales is a lot more valuable for getting a ton of games than like console pricing. That's kind of the main point. Like, for example, there's the Steam summer sale going on right now where you can probably get a lot of banger games for cheap as shit, which you'd never see on the consoles. I guess, but the price? I mean, I don't disagree. The price is egregious. Like, I'm clearly not the target audience for that shit. In the first place, I'm not like a gamer, you know? I'm not someone who purchases 20 to 30 different games and constantly refreshes a new one. So, like, in my eyes, the Steam machine is more dead than consoles, which I already consider dead in comparison to PCs. Literally, the only value I give to any console is PlayStation, and that's just because, like, I have such a hard connection to the God of War series that it's the only console I give a shit about because they get God of War earlier. I don't think the Steam machine was ever a console competitor. I mean, the problem is, it kind of is a console competitor because its only selling point versus a PC is the form factor that's similar to a console. You know, like it's to be there of like give
Like the console players who are always like, "Oh, I don't want a big PC that's loud and takes up too much space and is difficult instead of plug and play," right? Like the Steam machine is supposed to be, oh, you have your console form factor, you have Steam OS, a lot of things are plug and play, but you have access to PC games and you have access to like PC stuff, which is a lot better for people if they're like really trying to get into the games. Because if we're talking about like portability and stuff, I mean, you just get a Steam Deck, you know? You just get a Steam Deck or not even just a Steam Deck. Like I've seen there's like Asus, I think, who is trying to compete against the Steam Deck with their own version of handhelds, stuff like that. So if that's really what you care about, then you have the Steam Deck. And then if you're not competing against consoles for convenience, then PCs are just better. Oh yeah. The next God of War looks good. The only thing I don't like about the next God of War a bit, but the game isn't out yet, so I'll hold my disbelief, is the fucking fat ass gelatin cube. The gelatinous cube. That was the only thing I didn't like in that entire trailer. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, at least Mimir, he made lore sense, and he wasn't as goofy, but the cube is a little bit too much for me. Did you buy GTA 6? Fuck no. I am not spending $160 on pre-ordering a game. I probably won't even play it. Oi, Huey. You just gotta let them cook with the story. Oh, I'll know. I know the story will definitely be good. They always cook with the story for the most part, and especially like the designs and the fights. But I'd be lying if I said what I'm most interested in wasn't the remakes that they're currently working on for the original series. We are all betting on Xbox upping the prices again. They already upped them, no? I was like scrolling through Twitter this morning and I saw that they increased every variant of the Xbox by $100, and then all the 1 terabyte variants went up 150. Would you like it if the remakes played like 2018 and Ragnarok or stay OG? I mean, considering they're remakes and not remasters, I think it's almost guaranteed that it's gonna play like Ragnarok in 2018 at this point. I feel like if they weren't going to change the way the gameplay works, it would just be a remaster. So this way they can have technically the entire series plus 2018 and Ragnarok all with the same gameplay loop and the same storytelling. Does anyone still use an Xbox? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there, but it is just a reality that, I mean, the main argument that people used to use for why they preferred consoles over computers was the exclusive games. I never understood it, but people really like that shit. Xbox hard lost the exclusive game war against PlayStation. So then Xbox started losing a lot of its users. But Xbox has its own advantages, in my opinion. Most namely, Game Pass and the fact that its hardware is usually a little better than PlayStation's. Remember when consoles got cheaper? Yeah, I mean, it's just AI things. SSDs and RAM prices are so much higher than they used to be. Like, if this were the PS3 and PS4 days, you'd be able to find a used version of the last console at like nearly half its price. I guarantee you, if I go on like a used marketplace currently to look at, a PS5 or a PS5 Pro, that shit's near retail. Also, GTA 6 pricing is also egregious. I wouldn't be surprised if a ton of games start trying to follow in GTA 6's footsteps. You pay $80, 80 USD by the way. For me, it's like over 100. But then $80 isn't even the full game. The $100 Ultimate Edition is the one that has the full game in all the shops. So, like, for reference, that's 160 Canadian if I were to buy it, including tax. Like, it's just so dumb. I'm never spending that money on a game like that. Yeah. $80 for Mario Kart. I mean, I will be honest. When we're talking about a quality of a game, Nintendo is 10 times scummier in comparison to the GTA devs. And on top of this, I'm pretty sure Nintendo was the one to start it to begin with. So not only did they start the trend, or like they're the origin point for $80 games in the future, but they just keep doing their rehashed Mario slop. At least GTA, like, they've been working on this shit for like a decade straight. And they've genuinely been trying to polish it to the highest degree. It's like, it's expensive, but you could consider it like kind of a masterpiece of a game. That might be a little too early to say because the gameplay isn't out, but considering it's Rockstar and the amount of money they've invested into it, like, I remember seeing a statistic that Rockstar has invested more money into GTA 6 than money was invested into creating the Burj Khalifa. And it also took GTA 6 longer to be developed than the Burj Khalifa from beginning to end. Like, that's insane for a game. Yeah, I have no doubts that the game is going to be really good, and a lot of people are gonna get more than they're worth out of it. But for me, I'm not really that target audience, you know? So I'm not gonna bother. Price is way too high? Yeah, exactly. Like, I've always been a pretty stingy guy. Like, even if I have the money, I always think of things of like, oh, where could I use this $80 somewhere else? Technically 160 for me if I wanted to buy the entire GTA game. That can buy me a lot of food for quite a while. I can use it for my family to help them more with their bills. Even in gacha, like in gacha where you consider it terrible, I could probably make my money back investing 160 bucks on multiple gachas accounts and making content off it, you know? But in GTA, it's like I'm not even the target audience for that game. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if GTA ran like fucking garbage on my PC. I wouldn't be surprised if the requirements are incredibly high. Wonder if it will live up to the hype. I personally don't think so. I think it's literally impossible. Even if it's good slash great, that wouldn't be enough to live up to the hype it's had. And there's gonna be people who are disappointed no matter what. Because it's legit the most hyped game, or has been the most hyped game release for like the past like decade, half a decade. Ever since we've been inching ever closer to its release. People talk about it like it's the final boss of video games. So there's gonna be disappointment no matter what. Also, like, to be honest, 99% of GTA popularity to begin with mainly comes from the online mode shenanigans and the multiplayer. But I heard that apparently it's not launching with the multiplayer. I'd love to join a Discord with HSR players rooted in reality. Good luck trying to find anything like that. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Ugh. Gabby will never make one either? Well, yeah, I don't like Discord. I have to force myself to use Discord every once in a while just because one of my friends likes talking to me through it a little bit every once in a while. But outside of that, I'll legit never use it. GTA 6 made 3 billion from pre-orders. Oh my god. I mean, it's other people's money, bro. I hope they get their money's worth. Would you ever try a new free-to-play no-pull account on Star Rail? No. I'm like far past my days where I wanted to constantly create new accounts and start from zero and like challenge myself because like I just it was fun at first, but I did it so many times over and over again that I got burnt out from challenging myself. And I just started like going like no joke, the reason you see like every account I have E2 Firefly, Eidolon's on dot team, E2 Saber, E6 Phanon, E6 Anoxa. I started doing this to spoil myself because I just found it a lot more convenient and fun after doing the constant challenge content. I lose my mind doing the HSR stories over and over again? Yeah. Like, I've played through Penacony and Ampho's story probably nearly 10 times at this point across different accounts. So, I think I'm good off that, not gonna lie. Yeah, yeah. My prime of like speedrunning accounts was done before the skip button was even added in the game, which made it much more tedious. I remember making like update videos daily on one of my accounts. I don't know if it was like the Anoxa one or something. It might have been the Anoxa one where I was making like daily uploads, and like each upload I made, I just sounded more and more dead. And people in the comments were like, "Bro, just take a break." I was trying to like speed run it so hard. No, yeah, I know, Dark. It's only the deluxe edition of GTA that actually has everything. The standard edition is missing some stuff. But yeah, I'm forever thankful for the skip button being in the game now. It makes speeding through story quests a lot faster. Yeah, there's even like story content locked behind it if I remember. Oh, wait, Kiwi. Now that I think about it, I showed you a lot of the HSR characters. Have you seen Nihilux yet? I don't think I remember showing you Nihilux. Who? Oh, so I was right. One second. I feel like this is a character you might like. Don't do it, Gabby. Now bro's going to spend 1,000 on her. Um, I think he'll be good. I think he'll be fine. Oh wow, that is terrible quality. Jesus. Nihilux is overhyped? I don't think so. Alright, there we go. What do you think of this character? She's supposed to be the third main push of this version, which means she should be in 4.7, I believe. 4.6 or 4.7. So she's later in the year. But she's still going to be strong and important. She's like a manga artist. Now he's gonna drop a down payment on her. I mean, I just thought I'd let him know. She is one of the better designs among the upcoming characters. E6S. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Nihilux sustained main DPS or EMC? I'm assuming main DPS at this point. Why can't I have her now? Well, apparently, like, she was originally planned to be a lesser important character and release in the first few patches, but then they changed her to being a much more important character at some point, and then her release date got moved farther back. Even after giving Plain Arcadia a couple patches, it doesn't hit the same as Ampho. I mean, you probably just like Phanon more, which is fine. I also like Phanon more than any character in this game. It's mainly Phanon's storyline that carried it. What if Robin SP will have a skin? I don't think so. Sakura Haven probably would have leaked it alongside the Sparksy and Hyacinth Evanescia skins. I mean, I don't think Plain Arcadia is mid at all. For one, it's still in the build-up phase. And it seems like 4.4 is about to go like crazy hard like it did with Lagus and Ampho. And then we also have Astropolis soon. I think in terms of the build up, Plain Arcadia is already better than Ampho. Ampho is just word slop. There was a leak that Robin and Avon SP have summer skins. No, it's not that they have summer skins. It's that they have summer themed outfits. What this means is it's their base design that looks like this. It's not a skin. So Avon and Robin's base design is going to be summer themed, according to the leakers. Yeah. How do you know? I thought you skipped story. I mean, even when you skip story, when you go through Plan Arcadia and Ampho like 5+ different times across a bunch of different accounts, you start to realize what's better paced in comparison to something else. And I can tell you right now, early Plan Arcadia is way better paced than early Ampho. There's so many characters I want in HSR. Yeah. Uh, Are you a Robin fan like that, Kiwi? Because I feel like if you are, you might end up folding for Robin too. I think they're getting drip marketed like 5 days from now. I think. Like 5 or 6 days from now. Robin's drip should be the first day and Avon's the next one. Because he's supposedly the second half. Oh, really, Solus? That's cool. Hoyo's going to make Kiwi broke. Honestly. I very much am, which is why when I said I didn't fall for E6 propaganda, I lied. Oh, you do have Robin E6. A. Did you log into Firefly account? Yeah. I don't need to log in anymore then? Yeah. It's already the second half, so Gilga's getting close. So I'm paying attention to the Firefly account again. Because I'm trying to get E1 Gilga, you know? The E1 S0 Gilga, the fabled. E0 ratio, 0 cycling MOC Sam. Why do I smell something fishy? Yeah, I will, Solus. Actually, I'll just end the stream now because it's 8 a.m. now. I need to sleep in a few hours. All right. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I like white chocolate. Peace out.